Hey guys, how you doing? Today we're taking a look at a new sports watch from Huawei, and that's the Huawei Watch GT Runner 2. Now this watch is mainly aimed at runners and ambitious athletes who expect very precise GPS tracking, lots of training features and long battery life, but don't necessarily want to spend several hundred euros more on a high-end Garmin watch. That's exactly where the Watch GT Runner 2 comes in, because price-wise it is roughly at the same level as the Coros Pace Pro, but it offers some features that you usually only find on much more expensive sport watches. These include things like offline maps, golf maps, an ECG function, free diving up to 40 meters, and extremely long battery life during GPS tracking. I've been testing the watch intensively over the last few weeks, and in this video we're going to take a close look at the design, GPS accuracy, training features, health functions, smart features, and of course the battery life. When it comes to the design, it's immediately noticeable that Huawei built a very sporty yet premium running watch. The case is made from a titanium alloy, which makes it look and feel much more premium than many other sport watches in this price range that are often made entirely out of plastic. Despite the metal case, the weight remains relatively low. The case itself weighs around 34.5 grams, and with the strap attached it comes to about 43.5 grams. That means it's slightly heavier than a Coros Pace Pro, but in return you get an actual metal case instead of plastic. Now, another important point is the thickness. The Watch GT Runner 2 is only about 10.7 millimeters thick, making it significantly slimmer than many other sport watches. For comparison, some models like the Forerunner 970 are more than 2 millimeters thicker. That might not sound like much at first, but on the wrist you can definitely notice the difference, especially when sleeping or during longer runs. The Huawei feels noticeably more comfortable. Now the display measures 1.32 inches and reaches a peak brightness of up to 3000 nits. This means the screen remains easy to read even in direct sunlight. Now the display is protected by second generation Kunlu glass, which is designed to be particularly durable and scratch resistant. One area where Huawei watches are generally very strong is watch faces. Now the Watch GT Runner 2 also offers a huge selection of different designs, ranging from sporty layouts to more classic or minimalistic styles. What's especially interesting is that many watch faces show how much energy they consume. This allows you to decide whether you want to use a more animated design or a more power efficient layout. Many watch faces can also be customized, so you can configure different data fields like steps, heart rate, or weather individually. There are even so-called video watch faces, which allow you to use short videos as the background for the watch face. This looks very cool in everyday use. For users who prefer to see the time all of the times, there is an always on display mode that keeps the time visible permanently. Let's talk about one of the most important aspects of a running watch, which is the GPS accuracy. And here the Watch GT Runner 2 really impressed me. Huawei uses a new 3D floating antenna architecture combined with dual band all satellite positioning. This means this watch uses multiple satellite systems at the same time, including GPS, GLONASS, Galileo, Baidu and QZSS. In practice, this results in extremely accurate route tracking. In my test, the GPS accuracy is honestly among the best I've seen on a sport watch so far. Whether I was running outdoors in an open area or right in the middle of the city surrounded by tall buildings, the route tracking remained very clean. Even when I switched sides of the street during a run or took tight turns, the watch recorded it surprisingly accurately. In more challenging situations like under the bridge or in urban street canyons, the pace display also remained stable and didn't suddenly spike up or down like it sometimes does on other watches. As a proper running watch, the Watch GT Runner 2 obviously includes a wide range of training features. One particularly interesting feature is the dedicated marathon mode. During a marathon or training run, the watch displays helpful information directly on the screen, such as pace guidance, heart rate guidance, and a prediction of your potential finish time. There's also a virtual pace indicator that shows whether you are currently running faster or slower than your planned pace. Huawei also offers personalized training plans based on race plans and goals. This means the training plans are individually created based on your goals, your current fitness level, and your planned races. This allows you to prepare for a marathon or other competitions with a structured training plan directly through the watch and the Huawei Health app. In addition, there are many professional running metrics such as VO2 max, lactate threshold, training status, training load, and running power. Running power shows you how much energy you actually use while you're running and can be a very useful training metric for more advanced runners. Now, after your workout, the watch provides an extremely detailed analysis of your run. You will see metrics like your pace curve, pace zones, a heart rate recovery curve, a power curve, and many other data points. It also shows training load, single run power, maximum oxygen uptake or VO2 max, ground contact time, cadence, elevation profile, and much more. What's particularly interesting is that some of these metrics are completely new, such as single run power, training load, and a power curve, which provide a more detailed look at performance throughout your runs. Overall, the post-run analysis is definitely one of the most comprehensive I've seen on a running watch so far, and for ambitious runners, it offers a lot of possibilities to better analyze and improve your training. In addition to training functions, the watch also includes a wide range of health features. Now, the watch continuously measures your heart rate using Huawei's new TrueSense system. According to Huawei, the heart rate measurement is on average about 10% more accurate than some competing models like the Garmin Forerunner 970. Especially during intense workouts, the measurements remain stable without major spikes or drops. The watch also tracks HRV, which stands for the heart rate variability, and is important for analyzing stress and recovery. Other features include blood oxygen monitoring, sleep tracking, stress analysis, and continuous health monitoring. One particularly interesting feature is the integrated ECG function. This is something you normally only find on much more expensive sport watches. With it, you can record an ECG directly on the watch and detect possible heart rhythm irregularities. Now, even though the main focus clearly is on sports, the Watch GT Runner 2 still offers some useful smartwatch features. You will receive notifications from practically all of your apps that you have on your smartphone. Thanks to the built-in speaker and microphone, you can also make Bluetooth phone calls directly from the watch. In addition, music files can be transferred directly to the watch, so you can listen to music during a run without needing your smartphone. Contactless payments via NFC are also supported. And another interesting feature is the built-in voice system. You can use it to check the weather, start workouts, or control other watch functions. The watch is operated using the rotating crown that allows you to easily scroll through the menus and apps, or you can just swipe on the screen. Now, the lower button opens up the sports mode and wallet by default, but it can also be customized and linked to other apps, making the watch very flexible to control. Another major highlight is the battery life. According to Huawei, the watch can last up to 14 days with normal usage. However, it becomes really impressive during sports tracking. With dual band GPS activated, the Watch GT Runner 2 can last up to 32 hours. That's extremely strong and theoretically enough for multiple marathons or very long trail runs. For comparison, many other running watches offer less GPS battery life. For ultra runners or outdoor athletes, this can be a huge advantage. Overall, the Huawei Watch GT Runner 2 is an extremely interesting running watch, especially for ambitious runners. What impressed me the most is the incredible GPS accuracy, which in my test is among the best I've seen on a sports watch. On top of that, you get excellent battery life of up to 32 hours with GPS enabled, a premium case, and a noticeable slimmer design than many competing models. At the same time, you also get features like offline maps, golf maps, music storage, NFC payments, a voice assistant, and even an ECG function, which are usually only available on much more expensive watches. Now, price-wise, it's roughly on the same level as the Coros Pace Pro, but significantly cheaper than the Garmin Forerunner 970, which currently costs around 750 euros. So if you're looking for a powerful running watch with extremely accurate GPS, lots of training features, and strong battery life, the Watch GT Runner 2 is definitely worth a look. And guys, that's already it for today, so I guess I will see you in the next one. Peace!